Welcome into DRF Sportsbook Daily, DRF Sportsbook's betting live stream, coming at you every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. When there is football action, we are here to break it down. We've moved on from the MLB season. We're into football season. The NFL is here, college football is here, and we have a fantastic AFC North showdown on our hands tonight between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacoby Brissett-led Cleveland Browns. But before we get into that, we're going to break down that game. We're going to give out two player prop plays that I feel very confident about. We have to remind everyone to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, like us on Facebook. We're at DRF Sportsbook, wherever you are on social media. There, we're sharing exclusive content. We're giving out amazing picks. We're showing our exclusive trends, betting angles, line movements, and we're also sharing, if you're in Iowa, some of the boosts that we have each and every day, some of the awesome things that DRF Sportsbook is doing at ia.drf.com or on the DRF Sportsbook app that you can download in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store if you're in Iowa. We're your only local sportsbook, only in Iowa, so we focus on you, the Iowa bettor. And while you're downloading that, go ahead and download DRF Cash Grab. It's a completely free-to-play sports predictor app. All you do is download the app, start guessing what will happen in the game. We have games for every game. And for this football season, huge jackpots for every single primetime game. If you log on and download DRF Cash Grab now, create a quick account, and then you can play tonight's game, Steelers Browns, for a $25,000 jackpot. You heard that right, 25,30 jackpot. A huge jackpot that you don't want to miss out on. And you can also check out all of this data that we're providing you here on DRF Daily at drf.com/sports. You see it scrolling along the bottom there. If you subscribe for free, you get all the latest betting angles, trends, and insights, and you'll even get them delivered right to your inbox every single Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's free. We give out free games each and every day, and if you subscribe and pay a little bit extra, you can get all the games of every major U.S. sport, all the data that you can get, everything that you could ever want. So, without further ado, let's break down today's Thursday night football game. It's a fantastic matchup in the AFC North, and by fantastic, I mean a Mitch Trubisky-led Steelers squad and a Jacoby Brissett-led Browns squad. The total's 38. So when I say this is a fantastic AFC North matchup, I more so mean that this could be a fantastically bad AFC North matchup. The Cleveland Browns are favored by 4 points tonight, and I'm going to give my pick early on in this breakdown so you guys know exactly where I stand. Give me Browns -4. I have a tendency to fade the public, and I'm doing so again today. Cleveland, only 26% of the public is on Cleveland at -4. Cleveland opened at 3.5, ballooned all the way up to -5, and it's come down to -4. I feel really comfortable with Cleveland -4. And also, I'm not going to bet the total tonight, but I might be I might be going with the public under 75%. As my friend Bennett Conlon always talks about, you got to spot the fish. And the fish right there is total 38. That seems absurdly low. And so because it's absurdly low, Vegas must know something. They always know something, right? So the play might be under 38 points, which 75% of the public is on right now. But I'm fading the public when it comes to picking this game against the spread. I'm going Cleveland. Only 26% of the public is on Cleveland Browns -4. Our power line, it's fading me. Our power line thinks Cleveland more like -1, but our game simulator likes the Browns to win and cover. Estimate number 1 has the Browns winning 24-18. Estimate number 2 has the Browns winning 22-15. I like my odds there. Power line takes some data in from last season, and last season I guess the Steelers were okay. But here's the key that is turning me off on the Steelers. They're 0-6 against the spread after being outgained by an opponent by 100 yards or more. They were outgained by the Patriots by 133 yards last game. And the Patriots by no means are a great offense. Mac Jones, check down Charlie. He isn't fantastic this season. They aren't great. But I think the Browns, who are 1-1 and just gave up a terrible, just collapsed absolutely abysmally against the New York Jets because of Nick Chubb scoring a touchdown. Browns could easily be 2-0 coming into this game, right? But they're not. They're 1-1. Jacoby Brissett hasn't looked bad. Nick Chubb and this rushing attack have looked fantastic. I think the Cleveland Browns -4 is a pretty easy play to make. No TJ Watt for the Steelers. See if they have any other key injuries. Deontay Johnson left last game, but he's probable. Well, that was going back to the first game of the season. Not sure what that one's from. Our injury data is a little bit out of date on that game. Got to fix that on up. But I just don't see the Steelers having enough offensive firepower to pull this game out. It's almost a must-win for the Steelers, but I think it's also a must-win for the Browns. You have an early AFC North matchup. Call me crazy. I think Jacoby Brissett's the better quarterback in this matchup. I think a non-banged up Najee Harris would be the best running back, but he's a little banged up. Didn't have a great game last game. I think Nick Chubb is the best running back here in the game. Call me crazy. Give me the Browns -4. I'm feeling really good about that one. And some player props that we have to break down today. Mitch Trubisky, his over-under for pass yards plus rush yards is set at 207.5. And I'm hammering the under on that one for a few reasons. One of them, he's not gone over that total this season. He's coming off of his worst game as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Granted, there's only been 2 games, so one of them has to be the worst. And he just so happens to be coming off of that game. Patriots absolutely shut him down. He had no idea what to do. I believe he only threw for 152 yards. Not a great outing from the Steelers quarterback. Cleveland's defense, though, is a bit suspect. They allowed over 300 yards to the New York Jets and Joe Flacco. Not a great week 1 performance either, but Mitch Trubisky's not great. And the kicker to all of this, I think there's this possibility that Mitch Trubisky gets pulled in this game in favor of Kenny Pickett. Trubisky goes out there and struggles a little bit. The Browns go up 14-0. They go up 10-0. Steelers offense looks lethargic. I wouldn't put it past Mike Tomlin to pull Mitch Trubisky and put in Kenny Pickett. And if that happens, then you are SOL and Trubisky's under is hitting. So I think that there's a possibility of that happening, and I don't trust Trubisky. On top of that, he's not gone over the total so far this season, and he isn't known for necessarily a lot of yards. He hasn't had more than 10 rushing yards all season, and he's going to have to get at least 190 passing yards, 200 passing yards for this to hit. I don't think he can carry the weight in the pass yard department. I don't think he can carry the weight in the rush yards department. So give me the under on Mitch Trubisky, pass plus rush yards at 207.5. Now we're going on the other side of the ball. We talked a lot about Nick Chubb when we were breaking down this game, and he's a large reason I'm going Browns -4. He's also the reason the Browns lost the game against the Jets, and I bet he's been hearing it all week that if he had just gone down, they would have won the game. So I think he's going to come out for vengeance. His over-under is set at 82.5, which seems slightly low to me, as Nick Chubb's career average is 84.1 yards per game. He's gone over 82.5 rush yards in both games this season. He passed the century mark in week 1. The Browns should be leading throughout this game, and if they're leading, especially late, they're going to lean on Nick Chubb, who's going to get the primary workload. There's no TJ Watt for the Steelers. That's been talked about ad nauseum since he's tore his pectoral muscle in the overtime victory against the Bengals in week 1. Give me Nick Chubb over 82.5 yards. You might even want to dabble in his rush attempts. Not entirely sure what that number is, but Nick Chubb at 82.5 yards, that seems low. I don't think the Steelers defense is necessarily set the world on fire good. And if we look at the recent results here, I'm going to bring open this page here for you guys. The recent results for the Steelers, they've allowed 124 yards rushing in week 2, 133 yards rushing against the Cincinnati Bengals. And that came in Cincinnati when the Steelers were up for the entire game. They allowed 106 rushing yards against Kansas City, 249 against the Ravens. The last time they held a team to under 100 yards rushing came on January 3rd against the Browns when they won that one 26-14. But other than that, in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games, 9 times the opponent has gone over 100 yards rushing. And two times it's gone over 200 yards. And a third time, the Cincinnati Bengals got to 198. So, I don't think this Steelers run defense is necessarily the best in the league. Probably in the bottom third if we're looking off statistics already. 34 attempts for 133 yards, 31 attempts for 124 yards. Teams know they can run on the Steelers. I think Nick Chubb knows that, and I think Nick Chubb over 82.5 rush yards is the play for tonight. So, that was a quick little DRF Daily here today, and it's how we're going to wrap it on up. Quick best bets recap. I said it. Browns -4 tonight, folks. I'm fading the public. I'm riding with 26% of the public. Give me Browns -4 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mitch Trubisky, his pass plus rush yards is set at 207.5. I'm going under that, and I'm going over Nick Chubb, 82.5 rush yards. You can bet all of these lines and a whole lot more with DRF Sportsbook. Just sign up at ia.drf.com or download the DRF Sportsbook app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. And while you're in that Apple App Store or Google Play Store, why don't you go ahead and download DRF Cash Grab? It's a free-to-play sports predictor app where we're giving out free money to you. All you have to do is answer some questions, have some fun, and try and test your sports knowledge. We have trivia in there. We have sports prediction in there. We have everything you could ever imagine in terms of picking games, in terms of betting, or not betting, in terms of free-to-play predicting. We have it. And we're giving away a lot of money. $25,000 is up for grabs tonight, so you want to check that out as well. Well, I'm Jack Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much for tuning in to DRF Daily. We'll be back tomorrow with some college football breakdowns. We're feeling a 3-0 night. Why don't we parlay this one and have some fun? All right. Be profitable. Have a wonderful rest of your day.